Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 165 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick. And joining me today are my three chummy co-hosts.
Jonathan.
Colt.
Chummy? It's me, Wenzel.
Yeah, we're chumming the water for some sharks.
Big Sharks. Big Sharks hungry for gaming news. That's right. We're up to week 3 of our coverage of video game news. We'll be breaking down all the game happenings that we wanted to bring to light from June 14th to June 20th. And sort of just recap everything that we thought was of import and bring that to light. So it'll be a little bit different since we're just going to combine a bunch of news sources together. So these are just some of our favorite news stories from the past week. And we kicked off Monday with a brand new trailer for Star Wars Squadrons. Like probably the first Star Wars ship flying game. It's probably the Rogue Squadron days.
Yeah, I mean there were there were flight squadron modes in like the Battlefront games, but those games are butt garbage. So
yeah, I don't even remember the last game, flight sim game from Star Wars.
That would probably be like the 90s with like TIE Fighter, X-Wing, and TIE Fighter or X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
That's probably why I don't remember it. I wasn't born.
Yeah.
Whose fault was that?
I guess it was mine. I'm sorry.
You should have willed yourself into existence faster.
Idiot.
Fucking baby.
But hey, Star Wars Squadrons, it looks good. It looks really pretty. Personally, I would have loved this game probably 7 years ago. But as of right now, man, I do not care about this at all.
Yeah, me either.
It's not
What
really...
was 7 years ago?
7 years ago, I was playing Battlefield 3, and I was loving like the fighter jets and like flying in those jets. But I guess now, since I've played like the Star Wars Battlefront and all these other Battlefield games where you fly the jets, it's just become something that I've thought was cool for a little bit, but then after 30 minutes, I'm like, man, this is kind of boring. I'd rather be on the ground, and that's why I prefer Battlefront over this. But that's just me.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Right now, like it's just hard for me to get excited about anything Star Wars after Episode 9. And just all, like, the, quote, discourse around Star Wars. It's just hard for me to get excited. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, I mean,
But, like... go ahead.
Sorry, I'm still excited for, The Mandalorian, and I need to finish the last season of the Clone Wars, even though, honestly, it kind of makes me so sad that I'm kind of avoiding it.
Hey, I haven't watched it either, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, well, I was wanted to just jump into the last season, even though just having just piecemeal knowledge of Clone Wars. I mean, I know the big points, but I figured I'd be okay to jump in. But I feel like to do it its proper service would be to go back and watch the rest of it. But that's a lot of material to get through.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched it. I need to rewatch it because I watched the first episode of the last season, but I don't know. I just kind of want to go back through it and then kind of finish it, but I don't know. Yeah. It would just probably like bring back too many memories. Still gonna watch it though.
Too many feelings.
Yeah.
I will say before we move on to the next item, I'm interested because to me, I'm getting a lot of vibes that this will tie into the recent comic and book series about starfighters and Star Wars. Because it has you have this comic book series about the resistance, the X-wing, the sort of the good guy Navy, and then you also have the book series about the Imperial Navy, and so how they're coinciding with one another. And I think that's a really interesting way to do, have just bridging story between two different mediums, and then I think that will lead into this game. And also apparently there's supposed to be a hint toward a very big Star Wars figure in this game from the sequel series. Ray Sloan, the woman who started essentially the first order.
Oh, wow!
Out of the ashes of the Empire, and from the sequel series, she's probably one of the biggest, most interesting characters from sort of the expanding universe from that era.
There was also I can't remember his name, but man, he was he's a clone pilot. He's also supposed to be in this game as well. I can't remember. I know his helmet. His helmet's really cool. I think he's part of the 501st Legion because it has some blue patterns on it. But I saw if they keep that helmet in there, I think that would be pretty cool. I will definitely try it. Just to see how it is, but like Cole said, I'm not really that interested in it. I do think it's cool though that there's also a Trandoshan pilot that was kind of.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah, I thought that was that really caught my eye. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
For those who don't realize, Trandoshan are sort of these very humanoid reptilian aliens in the Star Wars universe.
Bosk.
The Bosk bounty hunter, the namesake of Wenzel's gecko, one of his geckos.
Yep. So be afraid.
And then, like, not only am I just, like, sort of burnt out with the Star Wars discourse, but also, too, like, the sort of ship stuff is one of my least favorite aspects of Star Wars. I'm more into, like, the mystical, philosophical, weird, fantasy, Jedi shit.
That's more sort of like the hard sci-fi of it, like the more sciencey nuts and bolts aspect.
Yeah, I like more of the fantasy aspects of
yeah.
Star
I
Wars
could
more.
see that. I could see somebody not being kind of turned off by it. Like, I mean, me personally, like.
And it's not that I don't like it. It's just like if I had to choose, I'm like, give me Jedi shit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I'm like the opposite. I'm really into, like you said, that hard kind of like hard sci-fi, like militaristic technology, that kind of stuff. So that that kind of makes sense.
But hey, on the good side, this game's only gonna be $40 at launch, so
That's good.
Oh,
not that
So
bad.
it's very, very reasonable. And it comes out October 2nd, I think they said.
oh
Yeah.
wow, that's not that long.
Yeah, and it's not just a multiplayer game. It has a single-player campaign. I mean, I'm gonna get it eventually, just to play that campaign. Because
Ooh.
if it's
Yeah,
good,
I'm definitely not getting it launch.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I've never from like the Road Squadron days from like N64 and GameCube. Those are like some very beloved games, and I think there's a chance that we might see that rekindled with Squadron. So something to look forward to in Star Wars. It's nice to say that again. And moving on to our next item on the docket, we have a trailer that was dropped on Tuesday, the 16th, and that was the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory games, which is a rhythm-based game for the Kingdom Hearts series.
man, if you told me this is where the story goes after Kingdom Hearts 3, I wouldn't have believed you. But now that I've seen this trailer, I realize this is the obvious direction, guys. I don't know how no one saw this coming. This happens, or I believe this takes place right after Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's insane. I think it's Nomura that makes these. Is it Nomura?
Yeah, it's Nomura.
He's a madman, and I'm pretty excited to play it.
Are you being serious?
I'm
Like,
being
this is-
serious. I believe.
Oh,
I
you're not-
believe.
you're- this isn't a bit. Oh, okay. All right.
And the only downside is, man, some of these songs are slow as hell. There's 140 of them apparently, and some of those songs are really slow, and that's gonna kill me. But there are songs like Sanctuary or Simple and Clean that I will get the game just for those.
Oh, actually, the 140 songs are just remixes of those two games.
Please don't just do Sanctuary remix, please.
You all know that I'm the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan and nerd on the podcast. So let me give my 2 cents on this trailer. That's it.
Oh my god, I can't believe you'd say that.
I didn't watch the trailer because I've never played Kingdom Hearts, and I didn't even know there was a trailer for this, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, because I didn't watch the trailer because I just saw the screenshots. Oh, it's a music rhythm game of Kingdom Hearts. Cool. But the fact that this is going to be, like, story significant, like, I'm not surprised.
It reminds me of how they swapped, like, right after, I think it was after Kingdom Hearts 2, they released Chain of Memories. Is that the card one?
No, that was after the first one.
Yeah, because that was the integral between 1 and 2.
It just reminds me how they changed the gameplay so drastically just for fun, just to see what it's like.
I mean, in that aspect, you know, God bless for them just to make new things and just try new things. It's always dependent on the person whether or not they like that particular change. But I did think it was funny that Nomura, after hounding his production team, is finally getting his musical like game, because he's been trying so hard to get like music base game or combat in the proper series, and it's like, and he just, I guess he wore him down because he's finally getting a full music game.
I mean, they finally got the Little Mermaid mini game in I think the first game as a full game.
I thought it was the second one.
It's the second one.
Or the second one. I don't remember. They blend together, but the second one is better, obviously.
It sounds like you're not a true fan.
I am a fan. It's just that it's been a year or two. Give me some time.
God, I know it was just a rumor at one point that Nomura, when he was still the director for what became Final Fantasy 15, he saw Les Mis in theaters, ran up to the execs and was like, guys, it's a musical now.
Fuck.
and then shortly after that, they were like, yeah, you're off this project.
Oh man, that's great though. That like somebody could be just, I don't know, so moved. I don't know. He sounds like a fun guy.
Yeah, he is. I love the way he works and the way he wants to take risks, but sometimes those risks should not be taken. Like if Final Fantasy 15 was a rhythm game, I would have died.
A 20-hour rhythm game.
That's funny.
I mean,
More like a 60-hour rhythm game, open world rhythm game.
I love rhythm games, but you can't do that to me.
You know, he's crazy enough to do it.
Oh man, when do you think we're going to get news on Final Fantasy 16?
When Final Fantasy 7's done in 8 years.
Oh, fuck.
You don't think they're having like simultaneous teams work on the 7 part 2 and then 16?
I mean, they probably do, but they probably do like 30 minutes of work a week, and then they're like, all right, let's go work on 7 again.
It's the same team. They just walk into different buildings for each game.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm assuming.
Oh, man.
Which my assuming is just facts.
You know, the way they name the Final Fantasy games, it sounds like I'm naming them. Because, like, get me on that naming team. I want to do a Final Fantasy 7 .01, Final Fantasy .02, Final Fantasy...
That's Kingdom Hearts, Wenzel.
What?
With
2.5, 2.8.
Yeah, that's Kingdom Hearts, Wenzel.
I don't
that's
fucking
Kingdom
care.
Hearts,
I'll
mate.
do whatever I want. Final Fantasy 7.5.
You know what? I'll take it.
I'll take it as well.
Final Fantasy 5/7.
It has Timon and Pumbaa in it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 8/5. That's right. We're going into
It's not the first time. It happened in Kingdom Hearts already.
They did 358 over 2 days.
God damn it. What are those fractions called?
Like improper fractions?
Improper fraction. We're going to improper fractions, boys.
I
Like
mean,
I
we
said,
have
they've already
300
done that.
Yeah, with Kingdom Hearts, man. They're fucking crazy.
Well, I'm doing it again.
Imaginary numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Don't do that to me, Pat.
Oh, bringing back some painful math memories.
Oh, don't. I just remembered that.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Don't do that.
Oh.
That's messed up, Pat. Why would you say
Why?
It's Kingdom Hearts XY axis.
Was that the most controversial thing Pat's ever said on the podcast? I think so.
that? I think so.
It's Kingdom Hearts parabola.
Oh my
I'm
god.
going to beat you with a rock.
Not to be confused with Kingdom Hearts Vector.
And Parappa the Rappa.
And not to be confused with Kingdom Hearts. Fuck. Oh no, I don't remember. It had some equations. I don't know.
And moving to our next item, we have probably a big day for the week. That was Wednesday, the 17th, and we got a Pokemon Presents to start off the morning, where they revealed 3 new games, in addition to some extra footage for the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC Isle of Armor. And kicked off with the presentation with a huge subversion of expectations with a free app game, Pokemon Smile, where it teaches children to enjoy brushing their teeth.
Let's be real. They announced one game that day.
But should we take a 30 minutes to talk about Pokemon Smile?
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't it just Tooth Tunes?
Hey. Oh, that's good.
Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
You get to choose between Hannah Montana or Kiss's Rock and Roll All Night Party Every Day.
I'll be honest with you. I did not watch this because as soon as I saw the toothbrush, I was like, I'm out. This is Pokemon Sleep tier shit.
To be honest, I didn't watch any of these. Sorry.
I watched Pokemon Snap
I
and a tiny bit of Cafe Mix, but Cafe Mix was personally not interesting.
saw the screenshots for Pokemon Snap, and I was like, that's cool, but bye.
Yeah, I mean, I've played the original Snap, and I get why it was big when it was first released because, I don't know, Pokemon's cool, but now I'm not really interested in it. It looks real pretty, though.
I mean, we can enslave Pokemon to fight for us. That's better than just take.
Why would I take pictures, man? I want my
Exactly.
Pokemon to beat each other.
You're observing them
until
in their
they're dead.
natural habitat. You get to see what it looks like. You get to see a Pokemon eat another Pokemon.
That's true. Magikarp. Was it Magikarp about to eat?
No, it's a Pidgeotto or Pidgeot swooping up a Magikarp out of the water to eat it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's fucking brutal.
I mean, because Pokemon's always been like low key brutal, and even more so with with Sun and Moon on up. They really hyped up to like just a low key terror of the whole series. Like how what was it in Gen 3? Gorebyss, the little pink pretty eel. It feeds by skewering its prey and draining its fluids out.
Yeah.
Gotta eat somehow.
Or like how the Sandygast from Sun and Moon, it's like possessed by the souls of dead children. Or
Yeah.
Also, a Pokemon that like a Driftbloom will take away kids and just kill them.
Well, I remember Driftbloom, the balloon. It's a ghost Pokemon that it tries to wraps its feelers around children's arms in an attempt to carry them off, but the children are too heavy. And then, going way back to the first gen, Hypno, one of his entries was Hypno hypnotizes people with its pendant. There's a story of a Hypno stealing away a hypnotized child.
fuck.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, Pokemon's a little dark.
Yeah,
I don't know if people know.
Also, the evolved version of that Sandcastle Pokemon. I know this because I recently caught it. It traps Pokemon in its sand and then it sucks their soul out. Like that's from its entry. So
Well, how does it suck the soul out? Like, are we saying it sucked the soul out? Like,
bitch,
or are they saying they suck the soul out?
it sucks the soul out. It's a demon.
Does it suck you off? Does the sandcastle suck you off?
I don't want. Okay, there's a picture of a Pichu being trapped in it. I don't want to think of a sandcastle sucking off a Pichu.
Yeah, you got to go to DeviantArt for that.
I don't think there should be any of that.
Well, you can't stop the horny Wenzel. You would know of all people.
Yeah, I'll get you one of these in real life when Pokemon becomes real.
Get me what?
A Sandygast.
Oh, okay.
Well, while we're on Pokemon, why don't we talk about a little bit about Isle Armor, since both of y'all got to play that this week. What did you think of the new Pokemon DLC?
I'm loving it. I'm not that far into it right now because Last of Us 2 just came out, but I'm really, really enjoying it. It's not like the base game. It's like the wild area, but it's more organized, and it looks better, in my opinion.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just really enjoying it so far. I'm mostly going around digging up all the Diglets for the past forms of Pokemon, because there's a side quest where every 10 Diglets you find, you get a like a Lowland form or just a regular form of a Galarian Pokemon. It's a really fun little thing so far.
Yeah. I'm like, because The Last of Us 2 came out, I've actually, because it's so dread and anxiety inducing for me, I've been playing the Isle of Armor, and I beat it last night. Or I should say last night. The time this would come out, I would have beaten it early Saturday morning. It's, yeah, like Colt said, it's really, really good. It's more organized, and it makes me wonder, why couldn't they have done this for the base game? Because the dex is there's like the dex for this area is 207 Pokemon, but a lot of those Pokemon from the main Galar region carry over, so you'll fill out a lot of it pretty fast. And it looks pretty. Like Cole said, it's more organized, especially with how the Pokemon are dispersed. It's just really it's really fun. And the Diglett side quest, I mean, I know probably people might find that a little bit tedious, and it is, because they can be kind of fucking hard to find. But it's worth it.
I'm a collector. I love a collectathon.
Yeah, I love it, because now I'm currently you have to find 151. I need to find like 60 more. And like Colt said, you get a Lowland region Pokemon, and it's well worth it in my opinion. So, really good.
Someone made a point on Twitter I thought was pretty funny. Cal, there's all these people who are pissing and moaning about the textures of the environments and vanilla Sword and Shield. So Game Freak, as a point of spite, makes it to where you have to tediously, laboriously go across the entire map in focus to find the Diglett. So that was a joke someone was making that this is what you get. You have to look at this game, you dumb shits, for complaining about the first one.
That's fucking good. Because those Diglets are in some, like, you can find them fairly easy, but some of them are in, like, weird spots, and I love it.
I will give you a tip. Play it on your TV. They're way easier when you're playing on your TV.
Play it on your TV.
'Cause that tiny screen, it does not do you any favors when it comes to hunting Diglets.
No, it was funny because I've been playing it mostly on on the regular Switch, and I've been like, I've been okay at finding Diglets, and I put it on my TV, and the areas that I've been through, I'm like, why the fuck did I not find these Diglets earlier? Like, literally, one of them was on the path that you walk, and I was like, how the fuck did I not see this bitch? So I grabbed it by its hair. It's tiny little hairs. Oh my god, I love them though. I love the shit out of them, little fuckers.
Yeah, so I'd say if you like Sword and Shield, give it a go. It's like the DLC bundle is $30, but it's a fun little time if you're okay with spending the money.
Yeah, and
now with this DLC, is it $30 just for Isle of Armor, or is it $30 for both this and the DLC that's coming out in the fall? It's just kind of packaged together, but only one's unlocked.
It's a bundle.
It's a bundle
deal where you get both of them.
But
the thing
one's
is
unlocked.
That they're not sold individually at the moment. So I think the only way to get them is you have to get the bundle.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if you have $30, it's not much, and for what you get, I think it's worth it. Because I can imagine the next one is going to be a lot bigger than Isle of Armor, but Isle of Armor already is pretty damn big, and like, again, I don't know why they fucking put all these goddamn Pokemon in there. Why couldn't they put in the base game? But with all the Pokemon you get, it's nice. But that kind of sucks. You had to pay for them.
But actually, you don't. Because if you wanted to...
Yeah, you're right.
You could have someone that has it, or if you have Pokemon Home, you can trade them up into your game.
That's true.
You don't have to buy the DLC to get the Pokemon that were added in the DLC.
Very true. Very true. Unless you want Cubfu.
You'll just have someone do all the work for you, you lazy bum.
True. Oh, one more thing. Cubfu is fucking awesome.
No spoilers. I gotta get that little bear.
I know. Everybody knows Cubfu's in there.
Yeah, whatever.
No spoilers. Okay, done.
Moving right along into Thursday, we had a big announcement that once again Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed.
Whoa, Pat, slow down. Jason Momoa just got his Aquaman skin in Fortnite. You just skipped over the biggest fucking thing on this doc.
Aquaman Fortnite, Pat.
Aquaman
What
Fortnite.
The
Bruh. Pat's just like, fuck. We got
That's
him.
the most epic thing I've ever heard.
Goddamn right it is epic.
Bruh. Damn.
That's all. We don't have to go any further into that. It's cool. I like how Fortnite gets all these cool events. So, neat.
Yeah, bring in the Cot Destroyers and we'll talk.
Yeah, I want that as a DLC character. I know it's a kid's game, but they're just too influential. They need to be in it.
They're teaching people about safe sex on Netflix.
That is true.
They're sex educators. Sex education in this country needs to be dramatically overhauled.
Pat, do not get me started. Please.
Yeah, tune in to our very special episodes of Lads Talk Sex Education coming soon.
It's just going to be us asking a bunch of questions and no one knows what sex is.
It's like, what does this mean?
Hey guys, where's the clit?
What is that?
Quick question. What's a penis?
I'm scared. All these big words are scary.
Okay.
Alrighty, now that we got that out of our system.
Well, speaking of genitals, you can import your genitals in Cyberpunk 2077 and make it big as small and as rotund as you want, but you'll have to wait a little bit longer because Cyberpunk 2077 was pushed back to November. That's November 19th, I believe. And according to the developers, the game itself is finished. They're just taking this time to really iron out all the kinks and make sure everything flows right, make sure there aren't any hiccups when it would launch. And when it does launch, they did say it would be playable on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X as well.
Yes. One thing about Cyberpunk, or CD Projekt Red games, is it's not a CD Projekt Red game unless it's delayed at least 27 times.
Oh, fuck.
So we're getting our games worse. So I expect it to be delayed probably another 20 times. But yeah,
Will we see Cyberpunk 2077 before the year 2077?
maybe.
The thing is, though, is that when they first announced this game, too, we just got like a very, small trailer, and
In 2012, by the way.
that was back in 2012, and then none of that stuff in the trailer, except for one component, is actually in the game that we got now. I mean, I don't think it will be delayed, and at least they're being honest and be like, we want to make sure, everything's ironed out. So, but like the fact that it will be playable at launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X makes me think like, all right, I'm definitely willing to play it on PlayStation 5 because I'm definitely getting that. So
Yeah, I'm not really disappointed that it was delayed, because I'm actually pretty happy it was delayed, because I want to play it, but I'd like to play it on the better console.
exactly, yeah.
So I'm willing to wait in a week or two if it comes out before the PS5 actually drops. I'm willing to wait that week to play it on the better console. If it's over more than 2 weeks, I will go berserk.
You mean you can't wait a little bit longer? Is it just because you want all the Keanu Reeves you can get in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I also want my genitals to be as big as they can be.
Boing.
Humana.
What was that game Cannon was telling us about that had the dick slider on it? Was it that Conan game?
I think so.
Yeah, in Conan you can see all of everything if you want to.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember in Saints Row the Third, you could adjust your genital size in there too. So, because
Gaming is only getting better, apparently.
Apparently,
'cause you get
yep.
to see it all.
yeah.
Are there any stat boosts for having enlarged genitals?
Actually, it's a decrease.
Yeah.
Where you run slower and you trip a lot.
But if it's tiny, your speed goes up.
Oh, you get super fast. You're like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm talking about your ass, by the way.
So is this Sonic the Hedgehog has a micro penis confirmed?
No.
Oh, for
no.
sure.
Sonic has a small ass. I'm talking about ass.
Oh.
What are you guys talking about?
Fuck off.
Oh, good shit. Small nipples too.
Cyberpunk 2077, not delayed. Not that bad if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a couple months. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys are being so reasonable about a game being delayed. I was expecting much more vitriol.
Nah, I've got too many other games I need to play.
Too much
before it
shit
drops
is happening.
anyways.
I can't be upset. I mean, good for them.
Good for them, I guess. How dare they take time to make a game good? Sons of bitches. But one game that came out that I'm very much looking forward to is that it came out on Thursday as well. That was West of Dead. This is a twin-stick isometric shooter, and it stars Ron Perlman, fully voice acting a ghost gunslinger, very reminiscent of Ghost Rider in a demon Western world. And I'm super excited for this. I don't think my computer will be able to handle it, so I may have to wait until November for the Switch release.
Is this the game that was developed by Devolver?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
No, it's not. It's made by Upstream Arcade, and the publisher's Raw Fury. This game looks great. I haven't seen
and
it.
also,
Okay.
Ron Perlman is one of the best people alive. So
Yeah, he's taking racists and assholes to task on Twitter on a daily basis.
did you see where he challenged Ted Cruz to a wrestling match?
I did.
Fuck. Take him down.
Come on, Ted Cruz, get in the ring, you pussy.
Nah, don't mess with him. He eats cow butter.
Ted is... Be careful. Ted's the Zodiac Killer.
But Ron Perlman's Hellboy, he slayed. He was that assassin that terrorized Colin Farrell in a phone booth.
He also drove motorcycles.
Mm-hmm. He did do that.
I'd be willing to bet that Gunslinger Ghost and West of Dead gets a motorcycle, thereby combining the Venn diagram of Ghost Rider fans and Son of Anarchy fans into a single circle.
And you know what? I will be in that group.
I imagine that Venn diagram's not that big to begin with.
There's overlap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of overlap, probably.
I wonder if there's gonna be customization, because I mean, it'd be kind of sick to get like, a Ghost Rider little reference or Easter egg, because I mean they couldn't do a full on Ghost Rider costume, because I'm pretty sure that would get them in trouble financially.
Oh, this is begging for a Ghost Rider, like at least Easter egg.
Yeah. I mean, they can make a reference.
Because I'm looking at gameplay right now, and oh my god, this looks amazing.
Yeah, man. Woo! Woo wee,
And
mama.
I think it's only Only $20 on Steam. It's available on Steam and Xbox right now. And I think, if I'm right, it's only $20, that's damn good for what we've seen.
Yeah.
If it's on Xbox right now, I might buy it.
And if you're on Switch like me, you'll have to wait just a little bit longer to November, but I think that'd be worth your time because my computer is just not capable of running any sort of fully functional game like that.
Yeah, your computer is about to croak.
We also have a bit of a tease. It seems that the covers for the Crash Bandicoot game, the fourth in the series, was released from a Taiwanese listing along with a blurb describing that essentially a time traversing game. And there seems to be a group of masked characters that have some sort of relationship to Aku Aku, Crash Bandicoot's masked companion. I'm interested to see how this goes because this is also made by the team who did the Crash Remaster series, who did the Spyro's Remaster series, and for them to jump to this being number 4 after all these sort of subsequent games.
I have a lot of hope. I think that they'll do pretty good after playing the Spyro remakes. I absolutely loved them. They stayed true to the original content. They fixed some small shit, and all around, those were great games or great remakes. So I think that they will do a pretty good job. I did not care for the Crash remakes because they stayed too true to the original games by making them stay the same difficulty. And I hate the original Crash games because they're way too fucking hard. I don't know about anyone else here, but that's
Get
the
good.
way I feel.
Coming from the man that plays all the Souls games, Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne.
Hey, the thing about those games, those controls are good, and they are very reactive. These Crash controls...
And a friend can help you.
And also a friend can help you, but in Crash, you're all by yourself, you Bandicoot.
Get good.
That actually reminds me, I was recently watching a Watch a Mojo video about events or things in a game, stuff that happens in a game that ruins it. And one of the things that apparently people were upset about, and I can understand why, is the Marauder in Doom Eternal. Apparently a lot of people just dropped the game or like got so mad because of that. I'm like, yeah, it's challenging, but get good.
Yeah, I mean, I can get good. I'll just die a lot, but if the controls are shit, I'll drop your game so fast.
Oh yeah, no,
you
this
don't
is
even
this isn't
know.
an attack on you. This is just an attack on people who can't get fucking good.
Also, maybe normalize playing on easy mode. I don't have time to struggle with a game any more than I have to. I'm playing every goddamn game I got on easy. No shame.
Oh yeah, I always play on easy.
That's fair.
I'm with you, Pat. If I have the option to play on easy, I will play on easy. But like with Dark Souls or games related to it, I can't change the difficulty, so I do get good.
And wrapping up our bit from Thursday last week, we have one of the only conferences for the weekend that was EA's Play event. It was a live event that held at 6 p.m. that day. And they had about an hour's worth of conference. And what did we think of what was revealed there? Anything that caught your eye in particular?
This event sucked shit. It was bad. It was probably one of the worst EA live events in years. And that's saying something because EA live events are not really something special.
But they had the guy that said fuck. He said fuck on live TV.
Hey, I love Joseph Fares, but he didn't say it during a EA Play live event. He said it during the Game Awards. So I love him in the Game Awards. And I also loved him in this bit because he's a pretty fun person. But other than him and Skate, this event was doo-doo butt. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it. Because, like, I remember beforehand Cole was just mentioning, like, all this stuff that could be potentially announced. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Then there was nothing of interest that was announced.
They have so many cool, like, IPs and names. Like, they could, if they wanted to, hell, just remaster or re-release Dead Space. You got Battlefield. You got everything Star Wars, which they are releasing the Squadrons. They are releasing Skate as well. They've got a huge backlog of names, and they just like take them out back and shoot them in the head, and they never touch them again.
Pretty much. I mean, Jesus. Like, I mean, I know Visceral Games doesn't exist anymore, but like, I'm trying to look. Yeah,
EA still owns their
I'm
name
trying to look.
or
I don't
the
know
game.
I thought somewhere. I thought somebody bought the Dead Space IP or whatever, but I guess not. but like they still, like you said, they own it. So like I don't know, have like a different company. Man, it just pisses me off that the Visceral Studios is gone. Like fuck, I don't know, really disappointing. People getting excited about Skate, I guess, but like I never really cared for skating games.
Which is why you suck and you're weak.
Probably.
And plus, they only just said, "Oh my God, we're starting development of Skate." There was no gameplay. There was no teasers, really. They just said, Skate's happening. It's not even confirmed it's Skate 4. They're just like, it's a Skate game. So expect this in the next 6 years or 4. It's going to be some time.
Do we really need the return of beloved franchises when we have the cartoony arena shooter with the reveal of Rocket Arena's?
I'm so tired of these. I mean, I understand that it's hard for like a new multiplayer game to release if you're not like Battlefield or Call of Duty or some Blizzard game, but games like this, when I watched that trailer live, I knew this game's going to be dead in at most a month. As soon as it drops, it's going to be dead in the water, and it's a free game.
I mean, they have Apex Legends, so I mean, I know this is a different studio or whoever.
I mean, Apex Legends had the ability to do so well because people saw that it was made by people behind Titanfall, and they said, wow, Titanfall is amazing. So I want to try this out, and I did the same thing. Apex Legends is a fun game. I enjoy it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I still see a ton of people talking about it. So, it's doing more than well. It's doing great. But, like, this is made by Final Strike Games. Like, I mean, I'm not going to... If a game company wants to make something, go ahead, but like...
Why would you make a multiplayer game or let's say an arena shooter in 2020 that's only 3v3?
When Apex Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty, hell, Quake still exist.
Please just try... I would rather you make a unique, cool single-player game than even attempt to play this.
And also I'm looking at it right now. It says Rocket Arena is a free modification for the multiplayer first-person shooter games Quake, Quake 2, Quake 3 Arena, and Quake 4. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. It's literally on Google. Like, when I looked it up, there are also ports for Half-Life and Unreal Tournament. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like, very disappointing.
Not for me.
Would it be fair to say that stylized arena shooters in 2020 are like World War II shooters in 2003?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything that is denying that, because that's true.
Nothing wrong in theory, just maybe a bit oversaturated at the moment. The last big announcement came on Friday, and that was the release of The Last of Us Part 2. Without going into spoilers, what would be y'all's initial impressions of The Last of Us Part 2, Colton Wenzel?
I'm probably 17 hours in, so I'm going to give you 17 hours of story right now. No, I am not. It's a very fun game. If you like the first game, you'll love this game because it is the first game at heart. Not story-wise, but like gameplay and like spiritually wise, but 10 times over. It is super dark, super brutal, super gay, really cool. And I'm overall just really enjoing it. I see a lot of people hating it, and I don't really get it. But hey,
let me go ahead and say what Colt won't say, or he can't say. The people hating it, automatically, homophobes, transphobes. Boom. No. I mean, people...
Wenzel's shooting this shot.
No, I mean, if you have, like, a good... Like, I know a lot of people talk about how brutal and bleak it is, and that's, that's understandable, especially if it's triggering. But there's also a lot of hate from people who are just pretty much ousting themselves as being homophobes and transphobes, so fuck them. Like Colt said, I've only played a little over an hour because this game, for some reason, has just... extracted this visceral reaction from me that, like, I have to put it down every so often and do something else because it's just so bleak, so anxiety and dread inducing, and like that's good fucking game development in my opinion. If you can get a game to do that to me, or I know other people who are having the same effect or having the same situation, that's pretty damn good. And like Colt said, this game's fun. It's beautiful. I mean, shit. Like, this isn't a spoiler, but like the combat, there's a part in there where I'm having to sneak around, and motherfucker, I accidentally bumped into, or my character was moving, and she bumped into a shelf, and the shelf actually fucking moved and made a sound and almost killed me. Like, what?
This is another thing about the game is I keep forgetting. The Last of Us games, they're horror games, and Last of Us Part 2, it is definitely a horror game at heart, because these clickers, I don't know what they did. They recorded like the gurgles of hell for these sounds they make. They're scary as shit.
They're so scary,
I hate them
and
so
like
much.
I thought they were such. I already knew they were a problem in the first game, but like in this game, especially with how reactive you are to your, or how reactive the environment is to you, they're even more dangerous. Like, oh my god, it's terrifying.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for like bottles or glass on the ground. If you step on some broken glass, they'll just suddenly scream really loudly and charge you and beat you to death.
Or if you bump, like literally, like I was saying, like if you bump into a shelf or something, like the stuff on the shelf or whatever you're bumping into will move and it will make sound. It's ridiculous. But I mean, that's realistic. I mean, that's pretty damn realistic too, because if you're in that situation, that would happen. But still, man, good ass game so far.
Yeah, I'm going to beat it. I will probably have beaten this game by the time this episode comes out, which is 2 days from now.
Yeah.
So it's not a short game. The first game was like 10 hours long. This game, it's like 20 plus hours.
And I would probably be diving deep into it like for this weekend as we're recording. So I'll probably beat it within the next week. But fuck.
It's a blast. If you like scary games, give it a chance. Or if you haven't played the first game, don't jump into this one. Play the first game first, because there is some story stuff that I'd say you'd want, or it would have a bigger impact than if you played the first game first.
Yeah.
Funny how sequential storytelling works that way.
Yeah, I just see people like jumping into like the 4th or 7th game thinking like, okay, I should get the story now. I should be going into this fine, blind, or I should say 6, because I see people playing Yakuza 6, and they're like, who the fuck are all these people? I don't know any of these people. Why do these people matter? And they haven't played the first 5 games. Just small shit that bothers me. Just play the first games before you jump into the sequential games, please.
Nah, man, I jumped into Metal Gear Solid 5 and had a fucking blast.
That is different, because the Metal Gear games...
Well, I mean, that's a prequel.
Yeah, it is a prequel, and the Metal Gear games, the way they're set up, is very unique. You don't have to play the other games before you jump into those.
I would argue you would probably have to play the first 3 before playing 4, but...
That is true. 4 is different.
I mean, you can't be like my mom when she watches movies where she watches the sequel first and only watches the first one if she thinks the sequel's good enough.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Godfather 3, and I got really mad when they started getting younger. It was pretty fucked up.
It's Benjamin Button the Mafia.
Yeah. They rose that motherfucker from the dead,
man.
too.
What he didn't tell you is he actually is watching the movies themselves backwards.
Yeah, my TV's messed up.
You know what? No, never mind. Fuck it.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking, like, man, let's just jump into Twilight.
We've already done
We've
that.
already done that.
That was last
I know.
Thanksgiving, dog.
I know.
And I don't want to do that again. Please, no.
We'll just find another bad movie to watch together, like Artemis Fowl.
Oh, man.
I don't want to do that.
Oh my God, oh, Jesus Christ!
After we'll talk about that off air.
But yeah, if you have Disney Plus, do yourself a favor and watch that movie because it's a fucking hoot.
Yeah, and it's an hour and a half. It's real short, but God.
Yeah, don't worry, it goes by in a flash.
Is that a teaser? Is The Flash and Artemis Fowl?
Yes.
Oh, that and the movie goes at 100 miles per hour. So however short the movie is, it feels even shorter because the plot progression is light speed.
So yeah, that's our endorsement of Artemis Fowl. It's bad but funny.
It's a fun bad. Wrapping up today's episode, we want to just glance over the PC Gaming Show and the Future Game Show because that came out the week before. But we wanted to focus last week on the review of PlayStation 5. Were there any of the games that were shown in the PC Gaming Show and future games that y'all wanted to talk about real quick before we wrapped up for the day?
I'm super glad Persona 4 was released on Steam. I've already played it on Vita. I was one of the few, one of the 12 people that bought a Vita, and I really, really enjoyed Persona 4 Golden. I'm really glad that they're finally releasing it on something that people have, and it's selling extremely well. And I'm starting to think that maybe Persona, maybe some Shin Megami games. I don't know how licensing works, but maybe we can get some of those games on PC and possibly on every other console that's not Nintendo. I'm mainly talking about Shin Megami Tensei because I really want to play those games.
Because I was thinking about getting Persona 4 for like the PS2 because I'm taking a break from Persona 5 right now, but I was playing it. And then when they announced this, it's like, well, fuck yeah, here we go. Don't have to bust out the
And also
PS2.
a good thing is, most modern computers can probably run this bitch. It's not that intense of a game.
Yeah, 100%.
I was happy to see Ubwitz mentioned again because, like, God Almighty, is that game adorable. It's like Pokemon and Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon just had a fusion dance in the game, and it's just painfully adorable. And, like, that's one I'm really endeavored to try to pick up and play because that looks like so much fun and just so wholesome to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
You get to grow your friends.
Hell yeah.
A game I'm probably never going to pick up, but I really love the aesthetic of is Among Trees.
Yes. That game looked
really pretty.
That game looked really, really good. Proteus, that game actually looked pretty sick too.
That's the one that's like the old Doom style?
It's a combination of like new style shooters and like the pixelated of like old Doom.
Yeah.
And it has like a really nice combination of the two aesthetics. And to me, I got a big kick at how the HUD looks like the setup from Metroid Prime.
Yeah, it looks, yeah.
The game that really threw me just how different it was Inkulinati, which is essentially the medieval like illuminated tomes, but as like an RPG with like meta elements on it there. Like you, the reader, can interact with the battle that's happening on the page. Like you can hit your fist and like damage people on the page, and like never would I think to see like medieval art as like a battle style in a video game.
Yeah.
No, when I saw this, I was like, this looks like I mean, I'm not really into this type of game, but like, I mean, when it comes out, I'm gonna pick it up. It looks fun and looks really, unique. Kind of reminds me of like, with that how stylish it is. It kind of reminds me of how like Cuphead is very stylish, and this one game that came out a while ago called Apotheon, which is pretty much, it took like the artwork on like Greek vases or whatever, pottery, and like pretty much made it into a game, and that was really fun. So this looks really neat, in my opinion.
It reminds me of there was a game, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Greek art, and you're roaming around. It came out in like 2014, and you're playing on the side of a vase.
I just said it.
Sorry, I hear Lucas barking in the background. I'm trying to get him to stop. Apotheon. There we go. I tried playing that game. I couldn't play it because the yellow color blasted my eyes and gave my brain a brain blast. A headache. So but this game doesn't look like it would do that because it's all white, and I'm okay with that.
It's definitely probably the most unique game I've seen in a very long time, and I'm interested to see how it plays.
Yeah, definitely.
Last game for me for the PC Gaming Show was Postionomics. I really liked the character art they had for the game and how expressive the model was. 'Cause it's an RPG, but so there's a lot of like crafting it because you're a wizard trying to make potions, and sort of like learning the art of the deal and using your rapport with your customer, your clientele to bolster your shop, bolster your sales, and sort of build your reputation in the city to kind of like make your business grow. And that seemed like a really fun, simple game that I like to check out when that arrives. And I think a lot of the games for the PC Gaming Show are within the year to early next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the games that I we don't have on our list on the dock is called Ghost Runner, and that's the game that I am super super excited for. It's a super fast parkour Mirror's Edge type game where you have a katana and you're supposed to like run and dash. They released a demo. It's only like probably 5 minutes if you're super fast, and your goal is to bounce off the walls, run too quickly as possible to stop a prisoner from being executed. Very cyberpunk, very beautiful. I know it's not for everyone because, boy, it plays super fast. I'm really, really wanting to play that. So that's the one the PC gaming show that I really like.
Also, I don't know if these were shown at the PC gaming show, but like there was one game I told Colt about. It's called Roki, and it is an adventure game that's inspired by Scandinavian folklore, and it has like it's very stylistic with its art. It looks really neat. It's a lot of exploration and puzzles and puzzle solving, and currently it will come to Switch. And I really, really, really want to play it right now because it looks so good. It looks so interesting because of all the monsters and stuff. And another game that was I don't know if this was at the gaming show because I didn't catch it. And it's 2 hours long. It's System Shock Redux, and this is the game that inspired BioShock and stuff. And it's a first person game. It looks really, really cool. I want to play the game that inspired, so many other games like BioShock. And it kind of reminds me because it has a lot of puzzle solving, first person shooting elements and stuff like that. So really, really excited for that as well.
Just moving right along to the Future Game Show, they had 46 games they were showcasing. One that I was really struck by, I got the feeling that Colt would like it, and that was Get to the Orange Door. It's it reminds me a lot of Tron Legacy and just sort of it's dark environments and neon color lines. And to me, I'm not super big into shooters, but I really the aesthetic of it. Really drew me to it, and that's something I would like to check out. Colt, what did you get a chance to look at? Orange Door?
It looks really really fun. It reminds me of we were just talking about how quick Ghost Runner is. It reminds me of Ghost Runner's speed because it also an insanely fast first person shooter. And I'm watching the gameplay reveal again because I do remember it now. It looks like Tron, and I'm wanting to play it so super badly. But it is PC and Xbox only, so I probably won't be playing it for a while.
And the one thing about the Future Gaming Show that I thought looked cool was Dustborn, just from the character design and the world design.
Oh yeah, it looked really cool.
It reminds me of Telltale games. It looks like a modern day Telltale game.
But it doesn't look like butt.
Have you seen a modern day Telltale game, Jonathan?
Bitch!
Not a modern day one, but the old ones do look like butt.
They do.
And they look like butt back in the day.
I didn't think that. I like their design. It's meant to look gritty.
I mean, I like the design too, but I don't know. I guess I'm just a fucking idiot.
Jonathan hates everybody that likes Telltale games.
I guess Jonathan hates art.
This one looks really pretty. I like it. It's very Telltale. It's even got the dialogue system where you got to choose which one you want to say. But it also has a combat system. Oh god, a burp. Combat system that looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, because they put a big emphasis on the power of words in this game. It really seems like your player character projects a word like an onomatopoeia, and it does the corresponding impact on the enemies in the game.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely into that. It's a gorgeous game. I love the cell shaded. I love the stylization of it, and I'm very interested to see how that goes. There wasn't any new footage for this game, but just seeing it on the Future Game Show reminded me of it and how just interesting of a concept it was. I think it's been released for maybe other places. That was Carry On, where you play as a monster. It's like this big pile of mass monster. And basically, the more people you kill, the larger your mass gets, and you sort of invade the environment you're in to kill all the humans and take
it's
over.
not out yet. I really want to play it though.
I really want to play it too. Fuck. Oh my god.
I think Linz will be really into this one.
Yeah, ever since they showed out, I've been waiting fucking forever. And I mean,
It's The
I
Thing,
get it.
pretty much. It reminds me of The Thing.
Hey, Cole, guess what it's inspired by?
Alien.
The Thing!
It's clobbering time.
That one.
The big rock man with a big rock dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby. What happens when he breaks it? He cries.
Yeah, whenever he gets a kidney stone, he actually pisses out a tiny little ball of flesh.
I'm done.
Oh,
I don't like
God.
that. Bad. Pat said
Bad,
two bad
Pat,
things
bad.
this episode. Great job, Pat.
I get to be bad sometimes.
Maybe.
Ugh, that was a bad picture. Ew. Ew.
And just before we sign off, we're looking ahead for the upcoming week, what we can expect. We have on Monday the Developers Showcase, and we also have the end of the Steam Game Festival, which is a showcase of all the games that are coming up for Steam. We also have a Smash Bros. Ultimate character announcement. They said it would be only for the ARMS character to be introducing to Smash Brothers. Who that character is, that's yet to be determined. We also, on Tuesday, we have SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, anticipated game of the year.
Now this is epic.
Continuing for Tuesday, we have the New Game Plus live event with a lot of smaller independent companies and the Japanese companies. They'll be showcasing their games there. And on Wednesday, we have a second Pokemon Presents, which something they alluded to on last week's event, that there will be a big announcement for a larger game they'll be talking about. Some people are expecting a Pokemon Let's Go of the Johto region. Some people are expecting Gen 4 remakes. So it's what it is something, I guess, a bit more substantial for the Pokemon series. Definitely interested to find out what that is.
Please be Gen 4 remakes.
And lastly, for next week, we have Thursday, June 25th, and that's Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire live event. Basically, the showcasing of Cyberpunk as it stands right now. Obviously, it's a more in-depth look for what Cyberpunk will offer come this fall.
Video games are still doing good. Even though this month is coming to a close, it doesn't mean that the video game announcements are going to end. It's going to continue through August. So we're going to have a packed video game news-related summer, and I'm super excited for it because it just started. Or not just started. We're midway through, I feel, at this point. And we've got some good news so far, and we got some more good stuff to come because Microsoft hasn't even done their big thing yet. We got to wait for them to pop off after Sony's big pop off.
Yeah, they're still got an event planned, and we got game releases as well. Like Pat said, SpongeBob, and then at the end of July we got Destroy All Humans as well.
And Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima as well in July. Fuck.
There's still plenty to come, and we'll be talking about it along the way in some form or another. Just to wrap up, thank you all for listening today for this gaming news recap. We'll have even more gaming stuff on the way. Thank you all for listening. You can join us on social media on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify, RSS feed catchers. We're there. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe on all those platforms. That really helps us out, spreads us around, and helps us be more visible to more people. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AYCH Podcast. You can follow us on Letterboxd and Facebook at All You Can Hear. You can follow us on Twitch, on twitch.tv/All You Can Hear, and on YouTube at All You Can Hear as well. And finally, you can follow me, Patrick, online on Instagram and Twitter at John Lost His Name and my art on Facebook at facebook.com/John Lost His Name art.
My name is Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter at JONIIBOI24 and John Ownson 12 on Letterboxd. Been watching a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, Jonathan, Pat, Tanner, and me as well. All been going crazy on the movies. Yeah,
I guess fuck me.
Yeah.
I guess maybe fuck you.
You haven't been watching
Good,
much,
good.
man. You've been watching, but not
Bitch,
as much.
Fuck you. I'm almost halfway. I got shit to do though.
Whatever.
Get on our level,
Yeah.
Wenzel. Get on our level.
Yee ass haircut. You can follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Just do a backflip for me. Oh, that was nice. Thank you.
Hey, round of applause for the person who did the backflip.
Oh, yeah, totally. Good job. Good job for being told what to do by a
Okay,
shithead.
that's just mean. Now you're bullying them and me? What the fuck?
Yeah. Thank you for listening. I'm Winslow. You can follow me on Twitter at WinslowWiki and follow my art Instagram at World of Winsy. And also, just know, Tanner and Colt said they weren't going to do the 100 movie challenge this year, but guess what? They went back on their word,
I
so fuck
said
them.
that I would just watch and see see how far I got. And turns out quarantine gave me too much time, and I went through 50 movies.
Yeah, Cole, you're like pretty close to 100 already. If we're not any halfway through the year.
Yeah, and I usually watch at least one movie a week, but thanks to quarantine, I've just watched one movie a day for like 15 days, and some days I just watch 3 movies a day. So it's not my fault, Wenzel. I have too much time, or I had too much time.
Fair.
Thank you all so much for listening today. Take care of yourselves. We'll be talking to you very soon.
Bye-bye.